Long ago, in a prosperous kingdom, there lived a wise and aging king. Though he had wealth, land, and power, he had no heir to sit on his throne when his time came to an end. The king worried not about riches or bloodline, but about leaving his people in the hands of someone who truly loved them. So, one morning, he made a great announcement across the land. "When I am gone, my throne shall pass not to one of noble birth, nor to one of wealth or strength, but to one who proves himself human, one who has love for humanity. Come to the palace. The test is open to all." The kingdom buzzed with excitement. Scholars, warriors, merchants, and common folk all hurried to prepare themselves for the great interview. Each believed they were worthy. But the king was wise. He set no throne room interview, no scrolls of questions. Instead, he prepared the true test along the very road to the palace. On the road sat a poor beggar, weak and trembling, with an empty bowl at his feet. The candidates passed him in fine clothes and proud steps. Many wrinkled their noses. Some muttered, "The king wants a ruler, not a beggar's servant," and they passed by. But a simple man, barefoot, knelt down. Though he had little, he shared his bread and water with the beggar, speaking gently to him before continuing on his way. Farther ahead, a great stone lay in the middle of the path. Travelers had to climb over it or walk far around. Many grumbled, "Why should I dirty my hands? The palace awaits." They left the stone as it was. But the same man who had fed the beggar paused. He pushed with all his might until the stone rolled aside, clearing the road. "Others will walk this path after me," he said to himself. "Let it be easier for them." Near the palace gates, a child knelt by a broken cart, his bundle of firewood scattered across the ground. He wept, struggling to gather it. The hopeful candidate swept past him, saying, "We must not be late for the king's test." But once more, the same man stopped. He bent down, helped the child gather the wood, and even carried part of the load to his home before returning to the palace. At last, the great hall filled with candidates. They straightened their robes, lifted their chins, and waited to be questioned by the king. But the king looked upon them silently, then asked, "Who among you stopped for the beggar on the road?" The hall was silent. Only one hand was raised. "Who moved the stone so that others may walk freely?" Again, only one hand. "Who helped the crying child at the gates?" Only one man stepped forward. The king's eyes softened. He rose from his throne and declared, "The tests have ended. You believed my interview would be held here, in this hall, with words and promises. But my throne shall go not to clever tongues, nor to proud hearts. My throne shall go to the one who proved his love for humanity when no one was watching." The crowd turned in astonishment. The man was none other than the beggar himself, the one all others had despised. The king placed his crown upon him and said, "A true king is not made by wealth or power, but by compassion, and only he who serves his people shall be worthy to lead them." And so the kingdom rejoiced, for they had found in a beggar the greatest of kings.